snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys! So I am here today to announce to you guys something very, very exciting. As you guys know, we have been running the BookTube SFF Awards. Myself, Lindsay from Lindsay Ray, Elizabeth from Books and Pieces, Nicole from Nicole's Adventures in SFF, and Thomas from SFF 180. We've all been running the BookTube SFF Awards. You guys voted. Thank you so much for nominating all of your favourite books from 2014. YA, best novels, and graphic novels and short stories. We loved seeing all of your entries come in. It was so much fun, and there were some interesting ones and some great ones, and we loved seeing it, so thank you all so much for taking part. Now I'm here to announce to you guys the shortlist that we have come up with for all of the votes that you guys submitted. And each of these books we will be doing read-alongs for in the month of August, September and October. We will be doing readathons for each of these works. So I'm going to tell you what the shortlist is and which month the read-along will be for that individual book, short story, graphic novel, etc, etc. So our aim was to get 3 books in each of the categories, or 3 graphic novels, 3 YAs, 3 best short stories, etc. in each of the categories. But in some of the categories we did have some ties between 3rd place and 2nd place. I'm going to tell you what ended up in which category, and then I'm going to tell you guys the reading schedule of when we will be reading each book. Let's get started. First off, the Best Novel category. In the Best Novel category, we had a 3-way tie for 3rd place, so we ended up with 5 Best Novels, which is fine. We have The Martian by Andy Weir. We have Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. We have Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. We have The Goblin Emperor by Katherine Addison. Finally, Lock In by John Scalzi. So those are the 5 for Best Novel. Very, very exciting. I'm sure you'll all agree that they are worthy nominations, and they're definitely books that some of them I've read and enjoyed and some of them I've not read yet, so I'm really looking forward to diving into the read-alongs for those. Moving on to the YA categories, the shortlist for YA ended up being Half a King by Joe Abercrombie, Cress by Marissa Meyer, and Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I've only read one of those, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking out Heir of Fire and Cress. Moving on to the graphic novels or graphic works, we had 3 of them. The first one being Rat Queens Volume 1, the second one being Saga Volume 3, and the third one being Saga Volume 4. So obviously I've read all of them and enjoyed them all, so that's very exciting to see them out on the shortlist. And then finally, moving on to the category that I have little to no experience with, so I'm very, very excited to read these, the short fiction category. We ended up with 4 for the short fiction category, as we had a tie on 3rd place again. The ones that we ended up with for the short fiction, number 1 is The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. Number 2 is The Mika and the All-Seeing Eye by Matthew Kressel. The Strange Library by Haruki Murakami. Sixth of the Dusk by Brandon Sanderson. So again, all very worthy titles I'm sure, but I've not read all of them, so I'm really excited to dive into them. Now I will go on to quickly tell you guys the reading schedule, when we will be reading each of these nominated works, which month they will be in, and you don't have to take part in all of the read-alongs, but we would love you to participate. Even if you've read it already, come into the Goodreads group, we're going to be discussing it there. We'll have different threads for each of the books, it'll be a lot of fun. Each one of us is going to host a certain book or short story or graphic novel, etc. each month, so it should be amazing. I'm going to tell you what books you will be reading in each month if you want to join us in any of these ventures, which should be so much fun. In August we will be reading The Martian by Andy Weir, Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, Half a King by Joe Abercrombie, Rat Queens Volume 1, and The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. In September, we will be reading Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. This one actually collides with the Year of Cosmere read-along for Brandon Sanderson of Words of Radiance, so if you're participating in Year of Cosmere, then don't worry, they're not in different months. We've put them in the same month so that it makes sense for everyone. Cress by Marissa Meyer will be in September as well. Saga Volume 3, The Mika and the All-Seeing Eye, and The Strange Library by Haruki Murakami will also be in September. Moving on then to the last month, October, we will be reading The Goblin Emperor by Katherine Addison, Lock In by John Scalzi, Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, Saga Volume 4, and finally Sixth of the Dusk by Brandon Sanderson. So Thank you guys all so much for all your nominations so far. We really are excited about this. It's going to be a lot of fun. We will try and host some giveaways. We will be contacting publishers to ask them if they want to submit any books for giveaway out of the shortlist, so hopefully we can get some giveaways going for you guys as well. If we can, of course, we will announce them on our channels as the time comes, so definitely keep track of all the people who are hosting. I'll put all their links down below as well, and we will let you guys know as and when that happens, but we're all super excited about this, and I'm sure that you guys are as well. We're going to have all the details on the Tumblr page and on the Goodreads page, so if you want to go and check out all of the details there, I will link them down below for you guys to go and do that. It will be much more concise and all really clearly laid out there, so it should be easy for you guys to find out all the information you need. As always, if there's anything I haven't covered and you're unsure about, leave me comments down below and I can reply to them, or leave them in the group or the Tumblr page, wherever you like, easiest for you, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. I'm super excited because I've not read all of these books. There's some that I have and some that I haven't, and I'm really excited to dive into the ones that I've not read, especially the YA, because YA is something I haven't read that much of recently, and I've heard so many great things about Cress and just generally the Lunar Chronicles, the short fiction as well, because I've not read them. So there's so many awesome books and awesome pieces of fiction that I'm very excited to dive into. I hope you guys are as well. Please let us know how you think the shortlist turned out. Did some of your favourite ones get onto it? We hope so. Thank you all so much for taking part, and I know this is going to be a lot of fun, so we will keep you updated when the read-alongs come around. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon in another video. Bye! Me and you gonna have a little chat about the